In this video, I want to share something deeply personal with you about meditations and interruptions and what it really means to protect your frequency. Now, over the past year, I've been consistent with my early morning meditations, but I've also have allowed interruptions from people and even people closest to me to knock me off balance. And yesterday, I had an awakening. I had a phone call that started off light and happy, but it turned into anger and frustration. And old codependent patterns, they resurfaced. But instead of calling it failure, I realized it was an awakening, an opportunity to see exactly where my healing still needs work. Now, this is my story, but I hope it encourages you to guard your mornings and protect your peace and not to beat up yourself when setbacks happen.
This is the essence of femininity, healing emotion, bold energy, grace in my walk, truth in my voice, loving myself is my...
Hi there. I am the essence of femininity, your certified professional life and recovery coach for codependency recovery. And this is my YouTube channel. I'm Yellow Butterfly. One of the most powerful practices I've developed in my healing journey is meditation, especially in the mornings, because frequency matters, energy matters. And when I take time to quiet myself before the world even wakes up, I set the tone for my entire day. Now, let me keep it real with you. I am not saying that every single morning I wake up and I have this perfect polished routine. I usually intermittent fast. So most days I don't eat breakfast in the mornings, but on work days, I try to keep it simple. I just wake up early enough so that I can meditate. I center myself and then I get moving and, getting dressed and starting my day. But yesterday was different. Yesterday was a Saturday and I had more time and I slowed myself down. I meditated deeply. I showered and I moved with intention. I hydrated my body. I even made myself an anti-inflammatory breakfast. I thought I had done everything right to set the frequency for my day. And I thought nothing could shake me. But then the phone rang. And I answered this call with joy in my voice because the person doesn't really call me often. I like to say unless they want something. But anyways, when I saw the number, I felt good. I thought, okay, let me answer the phone. Oh, shucks, they're calling me. Let me see. I was just happy to talk to them. But within 3 minutes of that call, it shifted. The tone changed, the energy dropped, accusations started flying. And before I knew it, I was caught up. I was over explaining. I was defending myself. I was trying to prove that I was not the problem. And I got angry. Ooh, baby. Angry in a way that shook me to my entire core. My body got hot. My voice was raised. My whole spirit was vexed. I almost told him, I don't ever want to have to talk to you again. I don't even want to speak to you. I hate how you treat me. I hate that you always blame me for everything and you're always projecting on me. I wanted to say so much. I didn't say it, but I wanted to. The thoughts were running through my mind. And I started thinking to myself, like, what have I ever done to her? Why is it just me that she does this to? Like, am I really such a bad person? Why do people really want to believe the worst about me? I'm not even around people. And these people will still try to believe the worst. They would rather believe the worst than the best about me. And then I was thinking, why does she always accuse me in ways that, I don't know, she just never does this to anybody else. And at one point, I even said out loud to them, I hope I can break this cycle the way you are with me because it shows up in my relationship with my daughter, and I don't want that. Now, then I felt like I was blaming, but for nearly 50 years, this dynamic has shaped me. It's influenced the way that I've loved. It's influenced the way that I've mothered, the way I've shown up, and now I am actively correcting it. And this is what I had to tell myself. I had to say this over and over to myself. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to portray myself as a victim and I'm just so innocent and everybody else just treats me so bad and I'm the good person. Everybody else is bad, because that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to create or portray the other person as bad either. I just want you to see the dynamic of codependency and how it can be triggered. That's what I want you to take away from this. That's the purpose of my message, is I want you to acknowledge that codependency will rise up unexpectedly. Now, as I was saying, honestly, if I had been standing there in front of this person yesterday, I don't know what would have happened, because that's just how deep my anger was. I was literally wanting to lay hands. I wanted to just strike out. I was tired. I was just tired of being misunderstood, tired of being blamed, tired of always just being the problem. And that phone call took me to a breaking point. And the part that bothers me the most, that this wasn't from a stranger. This was from someone who's close, someone that I love. And yet in that moment, love didn't feel like it was enough to hold me together. So when I hung up, I was crushed, but I was more matter than anything. But on the other end of the conversation, as I reflect back on it, it's almost if that comforted them to be able to yell and shout right back at me, or to project those feelings that they had. I wonder if they even woke up yesterday morning thinking of, I'm going to call her and I'm going to say this and I'm going to say that. Was it even rehearsed? Like, did they think long and hard and just waited for the right time on their end to just try to transfer their emotion onto me? I spent about an hour beating myself up. I thought, why didn't I hang up when this started to go wrong? I should have known better. Why do I keep failing? Why do I keep failing this? Going back and forth with her all the time. Why did I let her pull me back in? Why did I even engage? My anger was at a 8.5 out of 10, and it took me some time to self-soothe and to breathe and to come down off of the adrenaline rush. And at first, I felt like I had undone months or years of codependency recovery in a single phone call. But then something shifted. I remember something I've said in many of my messages, and that is, you'll be triggered into codependency because it never really goes away. Now, when I say that it doesn't really go away, what I mean is that you're going to have to condition yourself. You're going to have to heal and grow. But like anything, you can have a setback. And that's what I'm speaking of. You just learn how to recognize what it is and how to manage it. You learn how to have wins. And falling back into old patterns doesn't mean you've failed. It means you're being shown where the work still lives, the area that still needs tweaking. And yesterday, it wasn't a loss. It was just an awakening for me. That phone call was my mirror. It showed me exactly what's still blocking me. It showed me the interruptions, the relationships, the patterns that I can't keep carrying if I want to grow. And don't get me wrong, I have grown so much, but I want to continue to grow. And there are things that I desire for in my life, but I need a little more tweaking in order to get there, because that wasn't it. Now, I realized something very powerful. Even though I moved away to another state from that environment that hurts me so much, I still stay connected through emotional ties. And those ties can choke me just as much as physical closeness. So I've decided I can't keep allowing certain interruptions. I can't keep giving my energy to relationships that repeatedly drain me. And right now, that means stepping back, even from the family, even from the ones I love the most, even from the people I care so deeply for. Because love without boundaries is not love, it's bondage. I don't want what was being projected onto me to end up being projected onto my daughter if I don't get it right. And as painful as it is, I'd rather step into solitude for a season than to keep sacrificing my identity, my happiness, and my peace for connections that do not respect me, regardless to who they are. Now, let me bring this to you, my yellow butterflies. If you've ever had a setback like this, you did not lose. You're not weak. You're not a failure. You're just awakening. Because codependency doesn't break in a straight line. It breaks in layers. And sometimes those layers peel back in the form of an argument, a trigger, or an interruption that you didn't expect, like yesterday for me. So don't beat yourself up forever. Learn from it, adjust from it, and remember, you didn't go backwards. You were shown what still needs your healing. So protect your mornings, protect your meditation time and your intentions, protect your frequency, because when you start your day aligned, the enemy, the world, and even people you love will try to pull you back. But your job is to guard your peace as if your life depends on it, because it really does. Now, I invite you to schedule a one-on-one consultation with me through my website. I would love for you to subscribe, join my community, and let's work together to create the life you deserve, because freedom, it starts here. Bye for now.
Are you ready to break free from codependency and reclaim your sense of self? Introducing the Essence of Femininity's 21-day Codependency Recovery Mastery Program starting May 1st, 2024. Led by a certified professional life and recovery coach, this program offers guidance and support to help you navigate the complexities of codependency and foster healthier relationships. But hurry, participation is limited and seats are filling up fast. Don't miss this opportunity to embark on a journey of healing and empowerment. The Essence of Femininity, empowering you to reclaim your authenticity and live a life of freedom.
This is the essence of femininity, healing emotion, bold energy, grace in my walk, truth in my voice, loving myself is my power, my choice, butterfly wings are